Hey everyone, today we are making my classic chicken pot pie filled with tender chicken, sweet carrots, peas, and a rich creamy sauce topped with flaky buttery crust. This is the definition of comfort food. While it does take a little longer than your average quick weeknight meal, it is really easy to make and great for a good weekend dinner with family and friends, or easily freezable for a quick weeknight meal. So let's go get started. So I have a pot here over medium heat and I am melting 1/3 cup of butter. And to that I am going to add in 1 small onion diced, about 1/2 cup or so, as well as 1/2 cup of sliced celery and 1 cup of sliced carrots. And we just want to mix that around and cook everything until the carrots start to soften, about 5 to 7 minutes. And we're almost boiling all of this in the butter. It's so yummy. And then we're just gonna add in 1/3 cup of flour and mix that around, and we're making our roux here to thicken the sauce. And then to that, I am pouring in 1 3/4 cups of chicken broth. And we're just gonna stir that around and incorporate that roux into the chicken broth. And then we are also gonna add in 2/3 a cup of milk. And again, we just want to give that a nice stir. And while we're bringing that to a simmer, we are going to add in our seasonings. So I'm adding in salt and pepper, and you could add in poultry seasoning. I tend to do a blend of garlic powder, sage, thyme, paprika, celery seed or celery salt. And I will have all of the exact measurements listed in the recipe below. But we're just going to give that a stir and just cook this until it is nice and thickened. And then to this I am going to add 1 pound of cooked chicken breast that is cubed. Now if you want to save time, you could absolutely use shredded rotisserie chicken. I've done that plenty of times. What I like to do is just bake my chicken breast in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. I season it with that poultry seasoning blend and then just chop it up. So we're going to stir that into our mixture here, and then also add in 1 cup of frozen peas. And now I have a 9-inch pie pan here lined with a pie crust. You could use store-bought, or I will link down below my homemade recipe. It's really, really easy. And in that video, I will also be showing you how you can get these cute crimped edges to your pie. So we are going to add another pie crust on the top here and crimp it all together. And then I like to use an egg yolk to brush all over the top, and that's what gets it that really, really shiny golden color. And once the egg wash is all over the top and sides, you want to cut a couple of slits to allow the steam to escape. And we are going to bake this at 425 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes, or until it's golden and bubbling. Now, if you want to freeze this, you can freeze it before you bake it, and then that way you can throw it right into the oven frozen, but it'll take more like an hour to bake. I always try to make 2 so that I have 1 backup in the freezer for one of those busy weeknights where you're like, you just want something really good and comforting, but you don't have the time. And once that comes out of the oven, it is very tempting to cut right into it. I know I probably cut into it a little too soon because you'll see it's still kind of runny. You want to let it cool for like 15-20 minutes so that you can get nice slices out of it. But either way, you could eat it like soup too. Still just as delicious. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed coming along and making my classic chicken pot pie with me. I have been making this for years and years now. It's actually something that my dad and brother really enjoy. There's a local restaurant that we always go to that serves you an entire chicken pot pie for dinner. And I've always just tried to recreate that, and I think I've come pretty close, so it is definitely one of my family's favorites. My toddler loves it as well, and I hope that you and your family and friends enjoy it as well. If you do give it a try or just want to say hi, please be sure to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!